They have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Kill, kill, kill. Check four, check four. Go.
On second down, this is Harris. They'll have a first down past the 40. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Echo. So don't say nothing.
They snap it and run. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Well, look now at our starting defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Check it, hot read. Check, check. Lucky. Go.
After the penalty, it's Bell. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Safety critical.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Right there. 54, right there. Hey, 54, Mike. Hey, come on now. Mike, 54.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Who's that? 2nd and 7. Jump. Kill. Alert 3.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Play action. It's Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A check on the numbers last week for Connor. 19 carries, 65 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here for Davis. Oh, able to avoid him. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A 3rd down gain of 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Go.
On 1st down, Bell. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts.
Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh?
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Slam.
Jackson from the shotgun. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay. Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second quarter. Nothing our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson got him in. It's Brown. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable Lead. It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll kick things off in Charlotte, an NFC South matchup pitting New Orleans against Carolina. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's complete. It's Bell. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Here we go. Watch twist. It's the 6. Sponge.
Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
On first down, it's Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
44's Mike. Check. Hey, defense.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Goes underneath for Bell. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Get that ball. Mike 55. Mike.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Hooked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep 3rd position and makes the interception.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Motion. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Come on. You better bring it.
Watch the edge. Deuce, 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 deuce. Alert flare, alert flare, flare.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Jackson now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Bang, bang. Hopper, hopper. That's it. Line 55, line 55.
Man, that's trash.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Under 10, under 10.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Yeah, the option play working flawlessly right there. What'd you think of the call?
Love the call. That's really football 101 to me. 2-point conversion, run quarterback option. That means he can either keep it himself or pitch it to a trailing back. That usually opens things up for an offense.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it.
There goes Mark Ingram. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 41 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Mahomes firing complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll run here with Conner. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Boswell for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Crunch. Switch. Check. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll start down with Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Watch time.
Brings up second and 10.
3 down.
At the 18-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check.
Throwing on second down. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check, 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 check.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they're going to speed things up here. And he fires one incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing now, Jackson up first down. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. To throw is Jackson, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Open man here is Gentry. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 26, check 26. Go, go. We got double up, double up. Check 9, check 9. Check 3, check 3. Check.
They run the counter. It's Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
25, check 25, check 25.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check right. Watch it, 5. Crunch time, defense. Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. Let it go.
Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
41 Mike, right here, 41.
Throwing now is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Check 41. Watch the curl. Hey, 41, Mike. Let's go. 41, Mike. Orbit. He can't hang. He's not going to get it right.
Now Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies out of.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gardner and Charles Davis.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 19 carries, 65 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
On 2nd and 2, Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On first down, it's Conner, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
Out wide was the youngest player in the NFL in 2017, Juju Smith-Schuster. And he also had the longest reception in the league last season at 97 yards. Actually well-schooled in route running and able to run from both outside and moving inside to the slot.
Well, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A good lane to run there for Bell as he'll get about 7 on first down.
Defense.
Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, second and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly
He's
didn't
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. There's a long way. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They start the drive with Connor. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. But it's brought in by Washington. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You know, a week ago was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks. Here we go again.
And he's the type of player that'll keep an offensive staff up all week trying to figure out how to slow him down. But at some point, they just have to take account of themselves and say, I've got to get bodies in front of him so he doesn't disrupt our offense totally.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll look now at the lineup defensively for the Ravens. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now Jackson on first down. A screen to Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Ready? 41 Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is Harris on the draw. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get.
He is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come out in the pistol. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal. But all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Jackson's pass, incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. Now it's Jackson, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive. Doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mahomes now to throw. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Connor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal at 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Second and goal from the 1.
I got you. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mark Ingram. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out here come the Ravens. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Let's go.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They go play action here on first down. And he's got it. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as the Ravens push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, Ebron with it over the middle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes now on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
We're going to shut you down.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field, and he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Mike, 55. 55. Here we go, D. Here I come.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, yeah.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Tucker now to add the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front. As we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They'll go again with Bell. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
41 Mike, 41.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, That would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mike, 55.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson steps. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The drive will start with Connor. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Complete to Washington. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Steeler 1st down on a pickup of 11 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
54 is Mike. Check, watch 54.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Hey, 43, 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson caught here by Bell. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, number 28, Mike.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On first down, Harris. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson out to his left. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, switch gears. Slam. Watch that.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Bell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Watch left. Stop right there. 4 down. Check. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. You're not ready. Zoom. Watch twist.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. Things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Jackson now. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Check the out.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking,
and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. That long one, spanning 15 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Ingram again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Heuerman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes, and this is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already. and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
This one complete to Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a lead. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
You can't block me.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. On the move to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, flush to his right. He'll run it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Wahoo! I got him. Top him.
Throwing again. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, but I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Check, 55, Mike. Target. Cross, check,
Now Jackson's going to throw it. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination, pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Ravens, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.